Okay.
Are we on here?
I think so.
Yes. Hi, everybody. We're going to get started in a second. Let's get our stuff set up. All right, we'll get started in 1 minute. Hang in there. We're wearing our blue light glasses. Looking pretty, well, I don't want to say cool, but it's definitely not cool. But
if you guys want to share this page or start a watch party, just click the share button attached to the post on Trinity Chiropractic's page. And you can post this to your friends, family members, or send the link as well. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Go ahead and comment on the comment section if you can hear us to make sure that we're on here. What? Yeah. All right, guys, if you can hear us, go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment section. Like, share, comment. You can host a watch party or just share on your feed for all of your friends to see. We're going to be going over tech health, so it's going to be an awesome talk today. We're just going to get started in just a few minutes. All right, just a few more minutes, guys. Just getting the last touches on here. Go ahead and comment or share if you can hear us.
How do you host a watch party? They need help back there.
I'll go see.
We have all kinds of fun stuff ready for you. A couple experiments that we're going to do today to show you how to. Oh, thanks, Kate. How you doing today, Kate? Our massage therapist, Kate, is on. Judy Pierce. How are we doing today? You like the glasses? Blue light glasses. Okay, I think we're almost ready to get started.
Let's just start.
Yeah? Not happening? No. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. So today we're talking about tech health. And the reason we're talking about tech health is because of the questions that we've been asked, of the changes that we've personally made in our homes and in the office here. And also, especially during this interesting time, going back to school, what we find is that now it's like 53% of children have returned to school online. And although, you know, there are some benefits, there's pros and cons to that. What we're noticing, especially in school-age children, is major shifts in how their brains work and how their spines are, and basically just how they're functioning, like attention spans and different things like that. Right? And so we're going to go over things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. We're going to go over proper ergonomics for tech and home life and work life. And we're going to go over blue light. And those are just the three things. So it shouldn't be long. I always say that, but I love to talk, right?
Yeah.
But so it shouldn't be too long. Hopefully we're here for about 15, 20 minutes together. And hopefully you guys can share this with your friends. So if you haven't done it already, you go host a watch party or share it with your friends. That would be greatly beneficial, because this information is extremely, it's amazing actually. Not only that, I believe that in 30 years from now, we're going to be talking about tech health like we're talking about cigarette smoking today. It's like, wow, do you remember in 2020 when people would just like carry their cell phones in their pockets and talk on their cell phones on their ears and stuff like that? Like, and we'd be stuck to the computer all day, and we'd be, you know, on the couch on a laptop, bent over and hunched over. Like, that's absolutely insane. We'll be talking about that in 20 years from now, guaranteed. And so, as always, we're usually ahead of the curve as what's in mainstream media or what's in the mainstream as it relates to health. And we're definitely ahead of the curve when it comes to tech health. So number one, we're going to talk about Wi-Fi. And the reason we're talking about Wi-Fi is because it's everywhere. Like, you know, even on your phone, if you're looking for Wi-Fi signals as you're driving in the street, you could see like 15, 20 different options of Wi-Fi that are hitting you and hitting your phone. And although some people say Wi-Fi doesn't affect the human body, that is absolutely false. There's plenty of evidence that shows that it does. And if you think about it, as human beings, we are electric. You know, we're not just chemical and physical, we're also electric. Just think of a brain signal, a nerve impulse. It's an electrochemical impulse. And so we have a magnetic field. The human body has a magnetic field that's measurable, just like a magnetic field that's produced in a lab, for example. And we know that magnetic fields affect each other, and therefore Wi-Fi, electromagnetic radiation, is magnetic field that affects the human body and leads to different things like oxidative stress, reproductive damage, neuropsychiatric effects. So it literally changes EEGs, like physically, when you're measuring them. Cellular apoptosis, which is cell death, DNA damage. It changes your hormones, and it can cause calcium overload. So just to show you, we have an EMF reader because we're like hardcore nerds. It's like Revenge of the Nerds right here. So, and we've gone around like our offices and homes and measured the levels of EMS frequencies and radiation. And so, what are we doing here? Why is it not showing up? Okay, so you can hear the sound here. Interesting. So you can hear the sound of the EMS frequency here, EMF. My phone here is on airplane mode. I'm going to show you. So my phone is on airplane mode. And when I take it off airplane mode, it goes crazy. Like, you can hear the intensity of the signal is like insane. So I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to put it back on so you hear it calm down a little bit. And then you can hear the difference. Hopefully you can hear that. Actually, normally you can see it, but the screen's not coming on right now. Let me know if you hear the difference there. There's orders of magnitude difference when you have your cell phone on, whether it's from Wi-Fi or from cell data, or whether you have it on airplane mode. And that is hitting your body constantly. And so what's interesting is that when somebody is talking on the phone right next to their brain, those signals are getting concentrated right here. And so just simple fixes in order to reduce this would be like to put it on airplane mode. It's very, very simple. Another thing that you can do is you can use wired headphones. That reduces, because what happens is EMF radiations, they get reduced by the square distance. So if you move it 2 times further, you'll get twice as much or 4 times as much less radiation as you will if it's right next to your phone. So just moving it this far is extremely, extremely important. The other one we're going to talk about, which is I think a milder form of EMF radiation compared to Wi-Fi or cell phone radiation, is Bluetooth. You see all the kids wearing the iPods right now, or you got the Beats headphones, or you just have a Bluetooth device behind your ear with like a little talking thing. Well, those things, although slightly less than the Wi-Fi signals that you're getting, they're still super intense, and they lead to brain tumors, dizziness, sleep deprivation, anxiety, depression, birth defects. And this isn't just something that's mild. Alex has some unfortunate experience with this in his own family, and I'm just going to invite him up here with his really cool Walter something Breaking Bad shades that he's wearing. Look at those. Those are Bluetooth
These are nice
glasses. Look at that. Amazing.
Yes.
So just tell about your story with Bluetooth.
Yeah, exactly. So it is significant. My aunt, I remember back in the day, would always wear one of those Bluetooth devices that would connect to the phone. And so whenever she was on a call, she was always wearing that Bluetooth device. She would wear it even when she wasn't on the phone, but it was always connected to her phone. So when a call came in, it was connected, so she could just hit it and answer the call. She didn't have to have her phone on her. But she did that for years. And a few years back, she was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which happened to be on that same side of the brain that she would wear that Bluetooth device. And a few months after that, she passed away from that brain tumor. So it is significant. And like Dr. Joel said, those AirPods is doing the exact same thing. I see it all the time where kids wear just one AirPod in the ear so that they can connect to their phone, they can listen to music, but it is affecting the brain on that side.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it. So a very simple fix for that is using wired headphones. And we actually have a recommended wired one from Dr. Mercola. And they're actually, instead of having electrical signals, the sound carried through electrical signals to your ear, they're carried through tubes, and the air is concentrated through those tubes directly into the ear, and they work great. And you're not getting any radiation around your brain or around your body that way, especially if your phone is off your body.
I'm going to put the link to the Bluetooth headset in the comments section. So if you guys need that, that will be there for you, okay?
Okay, I'm going to show this little experiment again because I have the screen working. Okay, so you can see, hopefully you can see it here, and you can hear it, right? And so I have it on airplane mode, and as soon as I take it off airplane mode, watch. So Siri's not available. As soon as I take it off, watch the amount that it goes off the charts. Look at the red dot, how quickly it's going. Like, that's absolutely an insane amount. Now I'll turn it off, and that's the signal, and then I'll turn it back on, right? So it's an insane amount of Wi-Fi that we're getting everywhere. And so the more you can reduce it, the better it is for you. And so let's give you some tips on reducing it. So here in the office, for example, we've gotten rid of any computer or device that's on Wi-Fi. We have hardwired it. So we've put an Ethernet cable, and sometimes we've had to run it above the ceiling and stuff and dropped it down in the adjusting base. So we can greatly reduce the amount of Wi-Fi signal. We've actually reduced it by an order of magnitude, which is fantastic, because if we're here working every day like that, we want the least amount possible. Now, it's still not perfect, but it's way better. And so if you're always on your iPad in a certain area of your house, you can literally just hook an Ethernet cable up to your Wi-Fi router, and it will be plugged in. So you can put it on airplane mode, and you'll still get all the signals and all the functionality that you have without getting the radiation. By the way, if any one of our patients wants to use this to bring it home and test their house, by all means, you could use it. You can borrow it from us. So turn off the Wi-Fi router when it's not in use. That means at night when you're going to bed, just turn off your Wi-Fi. It's super easy. It's the click of a button. It's not difficult. You don't need it at night, and that way you're decreasing the amount of radiation exposure that you're getting. Utilize airplane mode when you're sleeping. A lot of people use their phones as their alarms now, but if that is constantly next to your head, it's constantly receiving and sending signals to the Wi-Fi towers around, and so you're always getting radiation. So just put it on airplane mode, and you can use your alarm that way if that's what you do. Keep technology out of the bedroom. That would be ideal. Keep phone out of pockets, off of your body, very important.
Yeah, there's a lot of patients that have come in asking about how to limit the EMF exposure, especially expecting moms. So they make blankets with EMF protectors in them, sweatshirts, pants with pant liners with EMF protection. Yeah. So there are different ways to do that as well to keep it off of your body.
Yeah, and especially for kids. I mean, keep it off of kids. I mean, nowadays, iPads and iPhones are like the babysitters, the new babysitter of the 2020s, and it's dangerous, not good for them, not good for their brains, et cetera, et cetera. Limit screen time for them. a used speakerphone, and then you can get an EMF blocking case like I have here. It's called Safe Sleeve. I don't know if you can see that, but it's Safe Sleeve, and you can get them for iPads as well. Highly recommend it.
I'm gonna put that, oh, that's not the right one, but that's the link there. So if you go there, you can look at a bunch of different cases that you can get for your phones and other technology devices.
So if anybody has any questions, you can post them in the chat, and we'll gladly answer them. But that's Wi-Fi. It does affect us. It does require changes. The changes are not expensive. The changes are not difficult. If you need help and you're in Naples, then we can definitely help you that way. Oh, Apple Watch, Julie just asked about an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
They're constantly high Wi-Fi. So you could actually, we'll test it on you next time you come in the office if you have one, but I do not wear one and I do not recommend one. My kids don't have one for that very specific reason, because you're constantly sending and receiving signals directly to the watch, which is on you 24/7. And some people will sleep with them because they want to see what their sleep patterns are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so great question. Thank you very much. So Apple Watch, we don't recommend at all. Let's move on now. So the next topic that we have is ergonomics. And ergonomics is so important, and unfortunately we're seeing it every day in the office, and it's heartbreaking to see some of these kids come in who've been on their devices for far too long, because we can see it on their x-rays, we can see it in their spines. And so we have a chart of, like, if you're sitting at a table, you're sitting at a desk, what it should look like. And of course it's sitting upright, like the basics. Of course your eye should be either at the top or a third down from the screen, right? And those are all obvious things, but ideally, if you can have a station where you can stand and sit and alternate throughout the day, like a standing desk, that would be ideal for you, because then you're not stuck in a position all day long.
Right.
A lot of the people we take care of, some of the reasons they continue to come on a weekly basis is for wellness, obviously, but also because of the nature of their work, or the fact that they're at the computers all day long.
Right.
So just as an example, I'm going to turn around, Kristen.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, we're going to show you, like, in the office, we have standing stations all over the office. So we only have sitting stations in the back office, and we also have the opportunity to stand at those stations as well. And so you can switch it. So if you look at Kristen, you want to just describe what's going on here?
Yeah, so the computers are at eye level. I'm a little bit tall, but Miss Kate up here is at the perfect height for these monitors. So it's at eye level, so I'm not looking down, stressing my neck, or putting tension up on that section. My hands are almost at 90 degrees, so they should be at 90 degrees, or a little bit lower than that. So you're not putting any more stress or strain on your shoulders or throughout your hands, causing issues like carpal tunnel and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's go over, just I say for fun, but let's just go over the last, like, bunch of teenagers. I think we have like 9 or 10 images or x-rays of teenagers. And we're going to show you what bad ergonomics looks like and what it causes.
So you can see on this picture here, the picture on the left is a normal, healthy spine. It's an x-ray of your neck from the side. It has a nice 45-degree curve there, shaped like a C. So you can see the one next to it is actually in the opposite direction. It's a reverse curve. And this comes from, one of the biggest things is the way that our kids are growing up with technology, always looking down on their phones or iPads. And it causes a lot more issues than just a reverse curve. It puts stress on the spinal cord, causing a multitude of issues as they grow up: headaches, dizziness, causes high blood pressure, all those different things your body's not able to regulate the way that it should.
Yeah, they call it pathological tension on the spinal cord. Means disease causing tension on the spinal cord when your spine is reversed like that.
Right.
So go for it.
So we just wanted to show you the prevalence of this, because we're seeing it all the time now. So these are the last 9 or so images of kids in the office. So you can see that every single one of these x-rays is a reverse curve. They're all going in the wrong direction.
And these are the last 9. We didn't cherry pick these.
No.
These are the last 9 who came into the office.
Right, so you can see we've got some full reversals
Well, we have
on
it cut off,
every
but just
single-
tell them about the horns that we've seen on 3 of them.
Yeah, so on the back of the skull, I know you can't see my arrow here, but the back of the skull, there is a calcification of a tendon that can happen when the neck is reversed. So putting so much tension on the back of the skull can actually calcify that tendon and start pulling it down, and it literally looks like a horn on the back of the skull, which is becoming more common as well.
And they call it a horn as well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So if you don't want to grow
In
horns, don't look down on your phone.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, just the purpose of us showing you that, we want you to know what your spine looks like. It's so important that we maintain the proper position of our spine to maintain a healthy life from now through the future. So if you want, there's a link here, Trinity Chiro Naples. Let us know if you don't know what your spine looks like. Get on the website, make an appointment. We'd love to meet you and just see what's going on and see what your spine looks like. Even if you don't have any symptoms at all, you can have a complete reverse curve with no symptoms.
So, yeah, and the symptoms usually come years later.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna kind of switch gears here and go into our cool blue light section here. So blue light is an artificial light from a screen, a television, laptop, cell phone, and UV light is from the sun. So a lot of us know what UV light is. So this circle here represents an eyeball. And the arrows are representing how far the light travels into your eye. So you can see that the UV light only travels through the front of your eye, and it doesn't pass through the eye itself, but blue light actually passes all the way through back to the retina. It can cause a lot of issues with eyesight. I know a lot of people say, you know, I'm at a computer all day, I get a headache, dizziness, you know, my eyes are tired, or I have trouble sleeping. So that's why. And every time you look at a screen, you can see the picture here in the center. So the blue light travels through the eye and it actually scatters before it gets to the retina. So the reason your eyes get so tired is because your eye is constantly trying to focus and sort out those light rays, and it has trouble doing so. So it's constantly trying to do that, which causes eye fatigue, eye strain, sleep deprivation. And blue light actually shifts melatonin production and your circadian rhythm by 3 hours, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so what do most people do? They're on their phones in
Right.
their beds
Yes.
at night,
Yep.
scrolling on social media.
Yeah.
And the blue light is affecting their melatonin created by their pineal gland and affecting their sleep.
Exactly.
So very, very important.
Yep. So we want to show you just a few ways that you can reduce the blue light. We're going to show you a few little demonstrations here. So the biggest one is that you see our cool glasses here. They're blue light blocking glasses. And a lot of people have been asking about them since the majority of kids and adults have been working from home the last few months. So we're going to show you a little demonstration here to show you how blue light works. So we ordered these glasses, some off of the Swanwick website, which we'll put in the comments as well, and Amazon. So if you take this blue light here,
This is a tester.
this is a blue, yeah, this is a tester, and then this is a little blue light bulb. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, beautiful.
So we're gonna put this in front. Here, let me make this bigger so you guys can see it.
Good idea.
Okay. So as you can see, I'm gonna shine this blue light through the glasses and the strip. And you can see that the blue light glasses block the blue light rays from getting through. So that will
Yes.
stop the blue light from getting all the way back into your eye, into your retina. And then we have a pair of regular readers here. I'm gonna let that fade for a second.
Yeah, and the blue light, you know, it leads to cataracts and eye vision problems and stuff like that. So more than just headaches and things like that.
So when we
as
use
well.
a pair of regular readers with the blue light, you can see that it goes right through that strip.
Look at that.
So it's not blocking any of the blue light getting through to your eye. So that's why it's so important to use these. And they also have night shade glasses, which look a little different.
So cool. Look at that.
So I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to put them over the camera here. So you can see this is normal, and then that would be with nightshade on.
Yeah, so that's to use at night.
Right, to block the light at night. Pretty cool. So you can also have this nightshade mode on your phone. So you can see, let's bring you back to the PowerPoint here. So if you have your cell phone and you swipe up where you see this screen. Yeah, there we go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold down this brightness, and you have 3 choices at the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So there's dark mode on, night shift, and true tone. So what you wanna do is you wanna change the middle one, the night shift, and you wanna have it on all day.
Yeah.
So instead of sunset to sunrise or vice versa, you want to make sure you customize that and make it all day. So like 10 p.m. to 9:59 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
So you can change that very easily on your phone.
Yeah, and of course it's not going to be quite as bright as with the blue light, but it's going to protect you from, it's going to protect your eyes
Right.
from the blue light. So
Yeah,
totally
there's a little
worth it.
demonstration there too where you can see it in a picture.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let's see here.
So you could also get readers that have blue light glasses as well. By the way,
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And this is not only for your
you want to
phone.
share the Swanwick?
Yeah. This is not only for your phone. You can also do this for your laptop. You can do this for a desktop. You can do this for an iPad. You can do all the night shift modes for all of your devices. And I'm going to share the Swanwick link for you in the comments.
Beautiful.
Okay, awesome. So that's there for you if you guys want to shop around. We did buy some on Amazon as well, so you can find some. Just read the reviews and make sure it comes with one of these blue light testers so you can test your glasses that you get.
To make sure they work well.
Yes, to make sure they work. All right.
Okay, so basically that's it. So we went over Wi-Fi, very, very simple. Be aware of it. Reduce it as much as you possibly can. Bluetooth, just there's no need to use it.
Right.
So don't use it. And then we went over proper ergonomics very simply. You got to stay in a natural neutral position to protect, well, not just your lower back, but especially your neck. And then over blue light. And when you're doing that, you're just, using technology because there's all kinds of benefits that are super obvious to all of us, but you're using it safer than you were maybe yesterday. And that's what we want. So thanks for being on. If you have any questions, if you have any comments or anything, we're happy to help you. If you want to use the tester or if you want to test your glasses, we have them here in the office. And here's to living a little healthier.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Right on.
All right,
Have a
see you
great day,
guys soon.
everybody.